Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Ridertown Radio, and the trio is complete once again. Yay!
Yay.
You're
Yeah.
back. You're back from your spirit quest to find your final form, or whatever it was we said last time.
It doesn't matter. We can edit it in post.
Insert clip from last time. No.
Or not.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, but yeah, so doing another double special thing. Well, not really special. We keep seeming to have this problem of just being behind slightly.
Yeah.
I mean, if we ever do a double special, you gotta let me know, man. I gotta catch up. I've only seen, like, the first few episodes, and I'm a total asshole.
If we're gonna do a double episode, we need to invite a certain silver-wearing person on board for that.
If we were ever in a horror movie, I would die first. The funny guy always dies first, even if he's not really funny.
I thought the stereotype was the black guy dies first.
Normally.
We are tangenting. Anyway. Oh yes, so on today's episode, we are doing Ghost 32 and 33 and Zyuogher 15 and 16, and hopefully this will mean we'll be finally caught up instead of having weird breaks all the time. So yeah, let's get into the spooky stuff, which, funny enough, that was the movie we were watching. I was watching with my family earlier. Ghostbusters, so how fitting. Oh yeah, ghosts. 32 was a very interesting backstory-filled episode.
Yep. It's like, hey, oh right, we were supposed to have plot for 30 episodes. We were supposed to give backstory to these characters. We didn't really do that. How would we do that in one episode?
Like most of these are just backstories and like flashbacks that were supposed to happen back when it was, hey, Ghost, use this icon. Now use this one. Now use this one. Now
it reminds me of
one.
Back when Makoto first showed up and we just got his entire backstory at once.
It kind of reminds me of Drive, where that whole thing with Shinosuke's dad didn't exist until like the later half of the show. It's like, and this is like semi out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What?
I also love the fact of how completely dumbfounded Takaru was that he saw his dad there. It's like, I've been able to see memories. Oh my god, my dad's alive. Hey, Dad. Oh, it's a memory.
Yeah. So, that's a thing, and apparently his dad could actually summon Musashi's spirit at will from the little sword guard he had around his neck. That was interesting.
I will say one thing. Could that have been Musashi Damashi, please? That looks so much better than the red hoodie with the sword arms. I mean, you can make that red, that's fine. Just, I like that outfit a lot better than, this is a red open-faced hoodie with two swords dangling off the back.
Yeah. And apparently we had a Gamma invasion that had a 10-year warning, because the old man was warning them way ahead of time.
Because Pacific Rim.
Yeah, that kind of feels like that a little bit. It's like, this thing is going to happen. Let's prepare, including making icon or drivers. Because, yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, and for some reason they had like 1 million blank icons, and they're like, what are you going to do with that one? Well, I could make Musashi since he's right here, but I'm going to go mail this to my son and give it a 5-year waiting period, because that's going to work out perfectly fine because Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, now we know why Doctor's dad sent him a blank icon several years ago.
We also now know where the icons came from.
Yeah.
Where everything came from. Apparently it was all pre-built.
Yep.
Man, pre-built belt things. That sounds very familiar. The last, 3 seasons.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, right? Just, we're going to build this thing ahead of time because we might need it for something.
I think Wizard was the last time a belt wasn't just manufactured.
I mean, technically, but you also have to think about this, though. The ring dude just happened to make, all these different rings that are
True.
Man, it'd be really cool if you were wearing a suit right now.
Yeah, that's one thing of Wizard I never understood. This dude's making all these rings out of one orange rock, or presumably it's one type of rock. It's just like, How do you determine what these things do exactly?
If I remember correctly, I think he's just like, I just make them and they just kind of become something. It might be useful, it might be useless. It's usually useless.
I'll just take this section of the rock, carve it up, put it in this thing, and then it's like, and then I'll put this design on it, even though I have no idea what it actually does.
I think it might be something like the design is like the rock puts the design on itself, kind of like magic bullshit wise.
Yeah.
Magic like bullshit, the whole show.
Yep.
Kind of like how the Ore icon did its thing.
That's just what we're going to call, if we ever actually do a real retrospective of Wizard, that's just what we're going to call the episode.
Magic bullshit.
Yep.
Someday.
I mean, that's a lot of shows anymore.
Okay, so before that, it would have been what? Kiva, I guess, because Kiva was a living thing. I guess.
That's the sentient belt syndrome. We've had that for a while.
Yeah, so...
Rive, Kabuto, Kiva.
Okay, so if
offhand.
The first time before that would have been, I guess, Agito. Maybe Ryuki.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. They're getting off topic. Again.
And the last bit of the backstory that we got was apparently Saionji purposely sent Spectre and Canon to the Ganma world, because that was his arrangement with the Ganmas, although why exactly does that include the kids, I'd have no idea.
Sacrifice.
Because we needed a very Avatar, the movie, not the show, esque thing where a person from our world got assimilated into the ways of their world to the point where they want to work and fight for them. Hence why Spectre was kind of a bad guy at the beginning.
Yeah, I guess maybe. I don't know. All I know is my note for that was, gee, the guy with fucked up teeth was evil. Who would have ever known?
Right. The guy hanging out with the really awesome looking dude with the bitchin' earrings was a bad guy.
And the other side of this episode, we had the whole thing with Tetsuya and all of the freaking adult kid stuff. So
yeah,
it's like, dude had a father figure he couldn't live up to. Ouch. And apparently you were right with the whole Tutankhamun thing being tied to the kid shrink powers.
Yep.
Because I moderately like history.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. That and that. What was the movie?
I do not know.
Peabody and Sherman. Those are the only reasons I know Tutankhamun was a little kid.
I saw that movie. I wasn't really a fan of it.
It was okay.
It was kind of weird. Anyway, apparently the Ganmeiser system doesn't like Deep Spectre's power, which would love to know what the deal with that is.
Maybe it's like it draws from the same source of power as the Ganmeisers.
I guess. I mean, the designs.
He kind of looks like a Ganmeiser.
Yeah, the designs are similar, so who knows? Maybe. And my last little note for that was Tutankhamun's voice sounds so dopey since an adult trying to sound like a kid.
Yeah,
that was just weird.
Yeah, I think the thing is like when Takaru fights the Ganmeisters, he can't be ungrateful. So I think Deep Spectre was like we need something on par with the Icon Driver G that works for us. So let's make the Deep Spectre icon, because the Grateful icon is useless because because the Grateful thing is on the other side, so as long as we're using the Ganmeisers, he's useless. So let's create a power even stronger or equal to our own to make and give to one of our other guys because reasons.
Maybe, I don't know. There's just still a lot going on with all these power things that have yet to be explained.
Oh yeah, something cool about the Ganmeisers, because I just like the fact that they're all kind of equivalents to the 15 icons.
Yeah, you can see it in all the color designs if you look at them when they're all in a circle.
Yeah, like the fire one that they've been fighting is Nobunaga.
Yeah, it's got that purple hue on it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the Tutankhamun one as well in the next episode.
Yeah.
So, and I guess let's move on to that episode, unless you guys have anything else for 32.
We got Gekiko Spectre.
Oh, yeah, the giant wing things.
Yeah, it just kind of happened. No explanation, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so moving on to 33. And I don't really have too many notes for this one, other than, one thing, and I do have a note for, is the triple henshin that they had near the beginning.
Oh, God.
Holy crap, that was loud!
Ugh. It just... Was the, sound editor just bashing their face against the keyboard during that?
I don't know. All I know is
that's not how you do a triple henshin.
No, that is just a cacophony of sound. It's just like, holy crap. It's stupid, though. I saw the clip of that on Twitter a couple of days ago, and I was like, and retweeted it, and it was like, and this is the clusterfuck you get when you have really noisy henshin devices, and I ended up with a small argument with someone over that, and it's like, someone thought I was whining about it. It's like, I'm not whining, I'm just making an observation. It's like, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, that was just what on earth.
I mean, it's not the loudest thing in the world. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I know. We've had the louder belts in the past, but
I mean, it could have been 3 Ixas.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, because good God.
Freaksas, if you will.
At least it's not 6s.
Considering how many users that belt had, they could have done it if they just had more copies of the belt.
Or if there was a guy who could travel through time, Deno.
Anyway, but yeah. Very loud henshin, weird editing on that one.
I wasn't really paying attention. I was just like...
Just give every Imagine an Ixa belt.
Oh, God.
Well, they've done the give every Imagine a Deno belt before in one of the movies, so...
Yep.
Which admittedly was actually a pretty cool scene for that film.
Yeah.
And then they never did it again. Yeah. And we also had Alan nearly go kamikaze on a Ganmakazi with that weird superpower thing he had.
Yeah.
I'm holding in a pun right now because I'm holding in a pun. Just go on.
Yeah, it's just like...
Screw it, Ganmakazi.
God damn it. I guess that's the name of the episode now.
That works for me. Ganmakazi it is. But yeah, this whole episode was just kind of a ham fest to me, honestly. It was so weird. Just Takeru's icon breaks after nearly pretty much sacrificing himself to protect Alan, I believe it was. It was either Alan or was the just the rest of the side cast. I forget which.
It was more or less just he was running in because fuck the Ganmas.
And his icon goes kaput. And then the rest of the episode is just everyone being all sad about it, and then suddenly it's like, no, we're not going to be sad. We're going to get over this and keep fighting in the name of Takeru, and it was just so hammy.
Yeah. I'd like to think of it like this. They were in the waiting room reading the script, and the director's just walking up to him, so it's like, okay, you guys are going to be really sad and depressed, and then you're just going to be like, fuck emotions.
It was just so ridiculously silly to watch, and
I mean, really, the only one that had any real gravitas to it would have been Akari and Alan.
Yeah,
those because of the Grandma Fumi scene a little bit earlier.
Yeah, that was something that mentions that apparently Grandma Fumi's granddaughter, I believe it is.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact relation.
And I was just like, that's a side character we'll never see again.
No, I'm sure we'll probably see her around, but...
I mean, now, yeah, but when she was first introduced, I was just like, that's someone we'll never see again. You know, like the guy from O's whose thing turned into a grasshopper and kicked ass.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, it's like, this is a person we'll never see again. Oh, hey. Wasn't expecting to see you back.
But yeah, she's taken over the takoyaki stand, so now Alan has somewhere to get free takoyaki from.
You gotta think, somewhere in the future she's just gonna be like, okay, and your tab is...
That would be hilarious, but yeah, whole episode really hammy and badly paced, considering Takeru goes kaboom in the beginning of the episode, then he's immediately back by the end of it.
Yeah.
I mean, That's not the worst. I mean, in episode 1, he died and came back in, 10 minutes?
Well, that's setting up the plot of the story.
Right, but I mean, they could have had him be in, the ghost world and not be, quote, air quotes, alive, and have him be to earn the power of the blah, 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 you must fight a forge of whatever, and have it be a 2-part episode thing.
Yeah, well, this honestly felt like they should have built it up a little bit more.
Yeah, this totally should have been a 2-part episode thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, technically it is, but it should have been better way.
Yeah, and then we just have the really silly Super Saiyan mode teaser of Mugen at the end. It's like, huh. Well, that's a thing.
I like to think of it like this. He's just sitting there instead of it the light doing the shimmery noise, it's just you've seen better shots of me in the screenshots.
Well, I think
the budget is super expensive.
Everyone is correct in the fact that this form isn't as cool as Grateful.
That's kind of been the
sold well.
That's kind of been the par for the course lately with the last few riders. It's been mid-form is way cooler than the final.
I'd say Trideron was cooler than Formula.
Yeah, I was going to say the Drive's the exception, but yeah. We had that last time with Gaim where Hachidoki could have been final as opposed to Kiwami.
Honestly,
you go on first. My thing is.
I think with the case with Mugen is that they they blew the whole combine all your powers thing with Grateful and shit. What do we do now?
Yeah.
It's combine all the emotions.
That's just dumb, but yeah.
But speaking of the Gaim suits, did you see the SIC Suika arms?
No.
Oh, you gotta look that up, man. That is amazing.
Well, considering it's SIC and it's the Suika battle armor, I'd imagine it's pretty insane.
Yeah. Is it literally just like a watermelon Gundam?
It looks like what would happen if Venusaur was turned into a Gundam.
Interesting.
It looks amazing.
I can only imagine. But yeah, so.
Sadly, Zangetsu looks ridiculous because they made his horns fucking huge.
Well, yeah, it's SIC. Did you expect anything different?
Yeah, but they didn't need to be in him being the character. They don't need to be 3 feet fucking long. They're huge.
But yeah, so that's episode 33. Unless you guys have anything else you want to bring up that happened.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Well, actually, can we just talk about how kind of bland Takaru is?
Sure.
Because it's really I've been thinking about it lately, and it's just he is the definition of a Mary Sue.
I mean, the only real plot or character development he gets is from the side characters or, the dead people he hangs out with.
Yeah, it's just he seems to just get powers to benefit the plot.
Yeah.
We need to move the plot forward. I don't know, give Takaru something. Give him a new power.
Right, I mean, during every time he's in the weird, spatial ghost plane or whatever, he's just well, I'm dead. Great.
Full.
Okay, you're reaching. Oh no, they're sad. Now they're angry. Now they're smiling. For some reason, this gives me hope. And because my dad said infinite possibilities. Oh no, super form. I'm a really bland character.
I say this silly back from the dead plot that they used for this episode was done better in Forza.
Yeah. You're doing bad when something in Forza was something was done better in Forza.
Well, I think it actually worked better there because for one thing,
it did.
Well, for one thing, they didn't have everybody. Or let's see, Gentro wasn't dead for the whole show. He had the 2 episodes where he gets killed by Meteor, so he's out of action. Yeah. And the only person who was actually there at his side at the time to bring him back was Kengo. It's just the memories of all of his friends and stuff in his head brought him back. It's kind of like, I guess, seeing it in the afterlife, more or less.
I really shouldn't say that, like, something was done better than Forza is an insult, considering I actually kind of like Forza now.
Yeah.
Like, lately I've been kind of going back and just, like, watching episodes and thinking about, like, yeah, I like the show now.
I always liked it. I mean, issues, yes, but still a fun time. I never forgot bored watching it.
Yeah.
And Getro was a much better character than Takaru.
Yeah. Hell, they even did the the main character dies thing better in Drive.
Oh yeah.
Like it was only one episode, but you got to see like all of the characters grieving, but then they're like, no, we have to do something.
We can rebuild him.
Pretty much.
Considering the belt got
we have the technology. Literally.
Didn't the belt pretty much get fused to him?
Yeah.
Or just refused. Or he pretty much just refused to come off.
Yeah, that's it's basically acting as like a backup life support thing, if I remember correctly.
Because that's how belt physics work, or belt mechanics, whatever.
Krim just does what Krim wants.
I know.
Yeah,
he probably just installed that as a safety measure and didn't tell Shinosuke, because that's just what he does.
Too bad he didn't install that on Proto Drive.
Oh.
Also, it's like, I'm a belt. Oh, you're dying? Temporary life support. Oh man, all you people are eating. Man, I'm really hungry now. Hey, we're making a movie, right, about the purple guy that's an emo? Sweet, I want to be able to drink or eat something there. Awesome. Oh, it's going to be a comedy bit? Even better.
I still need to watch that movie.
Oh, that scene is fucking hilarious. And that's saying something. Because it's about Chase.
Well, I'm waiting until we cover it on the show before I watch it. But anyway, so yeah. Tangents aside, that's where things are with Ghost, and yeah, I don't honestly know what to say about the show anymore, to be frank.
Yeah.
It's kind of unfortunately getting to the point where I'm waiting for this thing to be over so we can see what else is coming up.
It kind of feels like it's running on fumes.
Yeah.
Like it's not really sure what it wants to be.
I kind of have to wonder what the toy sales for Ghost look like right now, because however the toy sales turn out for Ghost will end up determining how the next show comes up.
Pretty much.
Which, speaking of that, we haven't actually had any rumors for the next show yet, have we?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it usually starts around like the end of this month, beginning of next month.
So I guess
I saw this post like a week or so ago. I saw this post on Tumblr that was basically like, remember when Ghost was rumored to basically be a purple meteor?
Yeah, I think I saw that one.
Good times.
So yeah, but
yeah, it usually starts up around beginning of next month.
Well, I'm definitely curious to see what they have up their sleeve for the next one to follow this.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll actually, hold interest for the whole show.
Will it uphold the imaginary number gimmick that people keep pretending is still a thing?
Are people really still trying to push the number thing with Ghost? How?
Because infinity and the number 8. Yeah. And if I remember correctly, back when Ghost first started, people were saying how the Ori icon looked like an 8-ball.
It kind of does. I give him that. Considering it's
not even that, the blank icon could technically be considered a cue ball.
That's true.
Now I just want Gal Silver to play pool with the icons.
That's not going to go out well for someone.
Just playing pool with balls painted up as icons would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Edison really in the corner pocket.
It'd be really hard considering icons can't really roll.
Well, yeah, it's true, but just get proper cute or pool balls and just have them painted up with the icons on it. Tutankhamun in the middle pocket.
I totally would do that. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. I mean, heck, isn't it a full rack of pool balls? It's 15, isn't it?
You're asking the wrong person.
I think it's an even split. I think it's like 15 or 16.
I could have sworn it was 12, but I might be wrong.
Actually, maybe it is 12. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played pool.
Yeah.
It's a number.
All I know is it can be split in half even. So
yeah, I think it's 12.
Actually, no, considering the colors go up to about 8 or so, I think it would be at least 16.
Maybe. I don't remember.
To Google.
The bold and solids and stripes. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Welcome to Rider Town Radio, where we Google how many pool balls there are at a pool game.
Well, no, you see, the stripes will be the sparkly Gashapon icons, and the regular ones will be the DS ones.
Okay, it is 16 balls, which is a cue ball and 15 other balls, consisting of 7 stripes, 7 solid, and the black 8. So, yeah. 15! Yeah. That's enough for the icon collection.
Yeah.
Quick, somebody do this. Go get a set of blanks and just, paint them all to look like icons.
Oh yeah, I just remembered the fact that we know there were blank icons is fanfic fuel for where the Gombarizing icons came from.
Oh yeah, totally.
Someone could totally make a fanfic about how those were the other icons that I don't know.
Well, I know that there's gonna be Dark Ghost.
Oh yeah, we should probably talk about that.
Oh yeah, from the movie. It's coming up.
There's Dark Ghost and the Tengon Sentai Necromger.
You mean Tokome Sentai Ghostbusters?
Yeah. I mean...
just all the different Necrom forms.
I mean, they're the fucking...
They are the colors. Yeah, those are primary Sentai colors, so...
Jeez.
And,
so, yeah. Just Necrom has his own Sentai now.
Oh, almost.
We just need we need a pink Necrom now. No, actually, we could just have Dark Ghost be white instead of pink. There we go, full Sentai.
That movie's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out, to say the least.
Zyuogher, but with the Necroms and Dark Ghost.
From what I read, I think it's something like Dark Ghost is supposed to be a female?
I haven't read anything about that. I think that might have just
I'm not 100% on that.
From what I have pieced together, he's Dark Ghost is probably gonna, character-wise, is probably gonna be on the level of Bujin Gaim.
Probably.
Yeah.
Most likely.
But, I will say it's going to be interesting because he's using Napoleon and Darwin Damashi.
Yep.
Well then.
And then Ghost is going to presumably be using the whatever famous dead person wins that contest.
Yeah, actually Darwin is going to be used by Dark Ghost and Ghost. So he's probably going to steal it from Dark Ghost or something, or I'm not sure.
Or it's going to be the other way around, who knows.
And from the silhouette I saw, Napoleon Damashi looks really cool because it basically has a legit cape.
Nice.
Yeah. It's like one half Nobunaga.
Yeah, it's basically... Yeah, it looks like it's some sort of retool of Nobunaga almost.
I will say, I'm not going to lie, I would totally love it if they came out with premium Bandais of all the Rider and other non-show Ghost parkas.
Yeah.
Assuming they get through the line.
I doubt they would, but it would be amazing.
Who knows? Premium Bandai will shove out almost anything these days.
Did the Himiko and Newton come out yet?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't keep up with figures.
That was the last premium I've heard.
Yeah, I don't think there's been any other premium stuff besides that, figure-wise.
Yeah.
They've been churning out those Ganma icon sets.
Yeah, that's really got to piss some people off that they don't have all the hoodies.
Yeah.
Because knowing me, I would get the stands and set them on top of the icon and then the hoodie on top of that.
That does sound like something you'd do.
Yeah.
actually sounds like something I'd do.
You just need all the icons.
I kind of do that with the Gamba Rising card that came with the DX Grim San Himiko set. Which, it's weird that they're out of order.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Grim and Sansa, which is in numerical order, and then you just have Himiko.
I still don't understand why they shoved her into that mix in the first place.
Because they wouldn't have been able to sell a pink icon on its own.
Yeah, that's more than true.
Because pterodactyls.
Well, I don't know. They could have, considering they sold the peach Lockseed by itself, and that was a girly Lockseed.
Yeah, but that was a cool Lockseed.
But do we know how well the peach Lockseed sold?
Nah, I don't personally know. I'm sure somebody does.
So it might have not sold that well.
All we know is
if I remember
peachy.
If I remember correctly, the peach Lockseed was actually the easiest one to find during Gaim.
Yeah, true enough. Cherry was the hardest one, probably, out of the energy locks.
Well,
Lemon, because did you see how much Sonic arrows were going for?
No, I wasn't paying attention to the Sonic arrow because I didn't give a crap about that lock.
Yeah, like it was at one point they were going for like 150.
Jeez.
I mean, now the Genesis drivers are cheaper than the Sengoku drivers.
Yeah.
Which is saying something.
Yeah, I still want to get a cherry lock if I ever get the chance.
I believe the Gaim stuff's coming out in Korea now, so... No, yeah, the Gaim stuff's already been out in Korea, because now they're releasing the Drive stuff. So that might be the reason some of the aftermarket prices are dropping.
Makes sense.
Except for the Baron shit, because Jesus Christ.
Because all hail Kaito.
Yep. So, like that, I haven't checked recently, but I really hope that Drive Saga Break Gunner means that the normal one is dropping in price. I haven't checked recently, though. I think I might do that.
Last I checked, no, it's still up there.
Jeez. That was one of the few things in the Drive merchandise line I wanted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, still. Wow. Oh, God. Yeah. $102.
Up.
Yeah.
One left in stock, $102.
Sheesh.
Mock Driver's $106.
Meanwhile, the Drive driver's probably like 30.
Meanwhile, the viral cores
39.
Are only $12. Meanwhile, the viral cores, they're only $12.
Oh, I could get a handle Ken for $12.
Yeah, you mean the handle knife?
Yeah.
Handle dagger.
It's so surreal to see like deluxe Toku stuff going for under $20.
I know, right? It's even better when it's like if you're doing it on Amazon, it's like free shipping for this. Yeah. And it's like so and so, very low. It's like cool. Just add that to some other.
Meanwhile, the Ghost Driver is still for some reason $75.
Yep. Because fuck people.
Because that's the only driver they have on sale, pretty much. I mean, apart from the Icon G and the Necrom thing, that's the only thing there.
That I got my O's driver back when I did, because now it's $125.
Dang.
Yeah, I got mine for like $60.
Mine too.
No, I think mine was like $40 actually. I don't know what the hell happened.
It was cheap, to say the least.
At least the Mega U-Loader's still cheap.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a little more than what it was when I ordered it.
Hey, at least the Sengoku driver's finally down to pretty much what it was at retail when it came out. So, look on the bright side.
Toy talk, hijacking the show.
But,
hey, it's what keep these shows in the air to begin with, so...
Yeah.
Too true.
But from what I heard, the multicolored Necroms are going to use the Proto Mega U-Loader.
I'm actually curious to see if they're going to release their icons, because they're literally just the Necrom icon painted red, blue, and yellow.
Color options.
They totally do it.
Yeah, they totally could. It'd be really easy to do.
You know, Necrom, Red Crom, Blue Crom, Yellow Crom.
Oh yeah, that could just be a set of 3 right there.
Yeah.
Yep. probably what they're
Bandai,
going
of course,
to do.
because why would they mass release that?
I don't see why they couldn't.
Yeah, but they usually, with stuff like that, they usually don't.
Well, it depends on what their movie exclusive set's going to be.
Yeah, it's the Dark Ghost. It's Dark Ghost, Napoleon, and Darwin.
Actually, yeah, that would make sense. So.
Yep.
Unless they do like multi-movie packs, so I've never seen them do that. So
yeah,
they might do that because we still don't know who the special famous dead person is yet.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, I think Darwin is kind of being considered the ooh, look at this, but we don't even know because there's no sounds in the belt for any other people. We have all of the icons now for all the noises.
Yeah, true.
So
who knows?
Because there's the plot of the movie is that there's apparently been 100 heroic icons the whole time, and no one just bothered to mention them.
Instead, they've only had to focus on 15 because
so where the fuck did the other 85 come from?
Let's think about it like this, so it's like, Takeru, why have you been... Okay, Takeru, you collected the 15. Now there's a whole new world of Pokemon to collect.
Pretty much.
I have to wonder, though, if there's been 100 the whole time, how is it only that set of 15 that works with the portal to give you the wish?
I don't know.
Because they're 1 through 15.
Yeah, I have a feeling...
The others are just letters. I mean, we've seen Columbus. He's just the letter C.
I feel like the contest-winning icon is just going to be... It isn't actually going to be used. It's just going to kind of show up.
They'll just be looking at all the other icons and just be like, and there's that one that's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it might be like an electronic ghost icon or something. Who knows?
Maybe.
It would have to be if you want to make it playable in the driver. It'd have to be electronic.
Unless they just pull a Tamashi combo and just make a sound for it and don't put it in the belt.
Oh, yeah. Like some of the drive forms.
No, that was they put the sound in the belt and didn't make a toy for it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Or they didn't make tires.
Yep, same thing with Wizard.
So many rings unused.
Yep.
But yeah, so I think we should probably move on to the Sentai side of things right about now.
Yep.
Because we're just tangenting in toys as usual.
Yay! And
again, they're the reason these shows exist in the first place.
Too true, but yeah.
Zyuogher. Well, not in the first place. Back then, it was us. We needed a kids show.
Well, true, but they're the reason they still exist.
This kids show is too violent. We need a better kids show.
Yes, the kids show where in the first episode, a guy gets melted into bubbles.
Never forget.
Yeah, when we're getting into the thick of these episodes, I want to bring up how Sentai was made because Amazon was too violent. You know what I'm talking about, Crunch. I mentioned this last night.
Oh, yeah. We will be getting to that. But yeah, first up, Zyuogher episode 15, where we have a sniper turning people into dolls.
I like that his entire body was made out of guns.
That was an interesting touch.
Because, I mean, when you're a sniper, you gotta be dedicated to your job.
Yeah, clearly.
I mean, the only thing that would have made that better would have been if he transformed into the gun. But then that would have been stretching a little too far because there's a million Transformers that turn into guns.
The one that always comes to my mind the one that always comes to my mind when it comes to Transformers turning into guns is Megatron and G1, and then Shockwave was just a giant floating gun.
Yeah, they haven't really done anyone since because gun laws.
Yeah.
But in the comic books, there's a dude who transforms into a sniper, and third parties are amazing.
Yep.
There's also a guy who turns into an electric chair, and he has a third-party figure, too.
I know. Because, you can't exactly market that to kids. What does this one turn into, Daddy? Well, you see, this is an electric chair. It's an ancient form. It's a not so popular form of execution.
I think we mentioned this before because when Emgo did it, he had Spectre sitting on it, and I was like, maybe he's going to have Ghost sitting there and the Spectre being like, "Look, this is what they turned us into."
Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, Sniper turning people into dolls, which I thought that was a hilarious combo to go with the Ghost turning kids into adults thing, or adults into kids thing.
And oh my god, those dolls were so fucking cute.
I know. I just love how they actually collected every single person that got turned into a doll and just sat them on that couch.
I also like how Mario doesn't know how to put 2 and 2 together in both of these goddamn episodes.
Yeah. It's like,
especially because I'm not sure if we brought this up or not, but the eagle statue that he made earlier has all the Zyuogher colors on it.
Yeah, it does. So, which is an interesting point there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the episode, and then there's also just a lot of Leo and Tusk arguing, trying to figure out how to take this guy down, while everyone else is turned into dolls.
And then they use stereotypical, hey, we're in a place where there's mannequins.
So, yeah, that was an interesting touch. Let's have Leo a mannequin dressed up as Leo, and then Leo gets put in a suit, which, by the way, he looks dapper as hell.
I like the fact that when they're showing the scene of them making the fake Leo, they're using a mop head, but when you see the actual scene, it's like, that's an actual wig.
Yeah.
Definitely not a mop head.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, that was a nice bit of teamwork from the two of them.
I thought they were just gonna like wheel the guy out or like do the old Western thing where they have like the hat and stick it out. But no, it's like, I'm gonna sacrifice myself. You kill him.
Which he does.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much that episode.
Yeah.
So not much to say about it, despite it was a pretty good episode.
Yep. I will say, Zyuogher has definitely been keeping me entertained compared to the previous few shows that we've had.
Yeah, and that previous one is going to become a Power Ranger season soon, so...
Yeah.
Which, oddly, has a very, very, very similar plot to this current show.
That is kind of interesting, yeah, so we'll see.
Oh, yeah. We recently got the official logo for Ninja Steel.
Yeah.
Which is basically Power Rangers Ninja Steel, but the background of it looks like the design on the UFO Maru Shuriken, basically.
Yeah.
Not really that special.
Yeah.
I really wonder if we're going to get the elephant.
Probably.
I don't see why we wouldn't.
Let me rephrase that. I wonder if we're going to get the scene where he shoots a net out of his nose while attached to the Megazord.
Oh, yeah, crotch nose.
Yeah, crotch nose shooting white stuff. That can't go wrong, Japan.
Well, who knows? We didn't get Train Dick, so...
Well, that's because Japan's Japan, and that only happened in one episode, and they didn't even bother going to that series.
Yeah, I know. Missed opportunity, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. To the episode where we'll actually have some interesting topic, or conversation. Zyuogher 16, where we had them trying to hunt down humans that were hiding in human form.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel bad for all... Like, I'm not gonna lie, this probably isn't the very first time... This isn't when they start... This can't be when they started it, seeing as they already had 3.
Yeah, as the end of the episode reveals.
Yeah. I wonder how many furries they've killed.
Considering their names, the Death Galleons, and how much death has been off-screen in this show, I would not be surprised if the number's pretty high.
Well, I mean, they were stealing mascots.
I'm pretty sure there was a person there was like a cat girl maid in there somewhere. They took Yamato's uncle, which was the plot point of this episode.
And was that a plot point? It's like, yeah, he's my uncle. He's been with me forever. Insert flashback plot here of, you had a fight with your dad? Yeah. Okay, let's look at animals, because animals are amazing.
At least it's a little bit of backstory, which we haven't really gotten much with Yamato.
I'm not complaining. I love this.
Yeah, it was nice to see, because we haven't really had much with him. We've always been getting it from the others.
I mean, something had to have happened to make it where he's living with Mario.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see a little bit more of that as things go on. And it was also really cool to see Yamato actually having a total meltdown, considering he's been the voice of reason for the last 15 or so episodes.
He's letting his true colors fly. That's not a bird joke.
Yeah, no, that's a red joke.
That's also not a red joke.
Okay, I don't know what you're going for.
Earlier, in the episode, when they're doing the flashback, he's like, "You fought with your dad today, huh?" And he's like, "Yeah," and it's like, he's angry and he's pissed. He's showing his true colors. He's showing his true self, and it just so happens, thanks to the Green Lanterns and their comic books, red means rage. So yeah, it's kind of fitting.
Ah, gotcha. So this is sort of a red joke.
Yeah. But originally it was just, he used to get mad all the time, and now he's getting really mad after being a cool, calm, collective animal inspector.
Oh yeah, so pretty much most of the episode is just trying to figure out how to get to where they were keeping the captured people, and a matador type deal that apparently has a thing for Naria.
It's, from what I've gathered from looking at it for a really long time, it's a matador, bull, hammerhead, or anchor. Because of the way the helmet
Because of course.
Because of the way the head is.
Because it has to be a mix of something.
Well, I mean, we had gun safari instructor the day before.
That is true, so yeah. And let's get to the big thing of the episode, the ending shot, where you have Genis and Naria looking at 3 strung up Zoomans by their necks, and somehow they're transferred.
No. You're doing this lightly. They were lynched. They weren't like just hung up there. They were hung up there.
Well, I was saying, yeah, hung by their necks. So basically, they were being hung over a dude in chains, and apparently Genis has some kind of artificial cube thing to transfer the powers into the dude, and that's how we're getting Zyuogher the world.
I don't think that's not a real cube. I think that's the actual cube.
It might be, I don't know, it was gray, so it didn't have any...
Right, it was gray. I think what happened was... this is all complete motherfucking speculation.
Yeah, at this point.
But I think Zyuogher the not eagle douchebag, but fuckface, Kaiser. I couldn't think of the name, I had to stall. He stole the cube, as we saw in episode 1, and I think somewhere in between he gave the cube to them, but because they're not Zoomans or helped by Zoomans, the cube shut itself down into like a closed-off, encased mode.
I don't know.
That, or it just happened to be a cube as well because of reasons.
I don't know. All I know is that was not the way I was expecting Zyuogher the world to show up. I literally did not expect him to be a villain-type character, apparently.
Well, I mean,
I'm happy he is.
I mean, his suit was black. He had to have been a bad guy.
Yeah, I suppose that was kind of a giveaway. And yeah, to your point, Biff, I do agree. I like the fact that he's a villain, because it's a refreshing take that we haven't had in forever. But I was just not expecting that.
I mean, unless... I wasn't expecting animals being lynched either, but...
Yeah, literally hanging. Just yikes.
I had to pause for like a good minute and just be like, whoa.
It's like, am I seeing this correctly?
Right, I was like, so this is what you're showing children instead of the original Amazon. Okay.
I'm just like, damn, did not expect that. Holy crap, that's dark. But then again, this show's kind of had that undertone for a while. all the
I was just thinking about it. I think this is the first time we've had a villainous sixth ranger since Ranger, I think.
Yeah, it's been a good 10 years at least.
So 13 actually, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Christ.
Sheesh.
That definitely makes me feel old.
Yeah, tell me about it. But yeah, so that's going to be interesting to see how this turns out, to say the least.
Yeah, because every sixth has either just automatically joined the team or just kind of been like, fuck you guys, I'm going to do my own thing.
Until he decides to join.
Star Ninja.
Star Ninja,
or Kyoryu Gold.
Yeah.
Or Go Say Night.
Or Roku Go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Most of the sixth rangers lately.
But not Titanium.
But yeah, so definitely looking forward to next week's episode for seeing how this all turns out.
I also love, my two favorite things was when Mario gets all up in Naria's face.
Oh yeah, that was
like, you're not gonna take over this world, and I was like, oh, you motherfucker, yes. Like, right there, I was like, oh, if you just pull out a cube, I'm gonna fucking flip shit. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Oh yeah, speaking of cubes, that was actually a pretty ingenious way that they actually found all the captured people. It was just Yamato gets himself captured and then uses his cube eagle to lead the others back to him.
Yeah.
Because the tusk smelling things didn't work this episode.
Because reasons. And then Naria has gunchucks.
Yeah, that was interesting. Gunchucks / scanners, because she was using them to scan people.
Yeah, you heard me right, audience. Gunchucks. Nunchucks that are guns.
I think I've just found my weapon of choice.
And Ruby's, and the Rooster Teeth show Ruby is just looking at Naria and it's like, that's cute, we already did that. Because one of the characters literally has a set of nunchucks that are also guns, and they can also combine into a staff.
Yeah, and Bruce Lee's just sitting in the back like, if I had this, the world would be over.
But yeah, so Zyuogher still getting interesting.
I still want to know what's going on with Yamato's parents and stuff.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get that backstory eventually.
I really feel like it might have been like a car accident and that he walked out of the thing because he was slightly hurt or something like that, or he got launched out of it and somehow got safe, and then the Eagle guy's like, oh, you're hurt, let me heal you.
Yeah, I have a feeling Eagle Man and that night is tied to Yamato's parents dying somehow.
I also feel like he might get killed, Eagle Man.
Oh, probably.
I
feel like he's gonna do it protecting Yamato.
What obviously happened was that Yamato was in a car crash. He was in a coma for a year. He supposedly died, but then he woke up in the hospital, and it turns out he was a horse for some reason. I don't exactly know why, but
Okay, I have a feeling you're referring to something. What are you referring to?
It turns out
You just killed Noble over there. Yeah, you broke him.
His ex-girlfriend was kind of a bitch and just left him for his best friend.
Now I know what you're referring to.
The minute he said a coma for a year, I lost it.
Oh, wow. Secretly Zyuogher is all just happening in the comatose mind of Kiba from Fies.
Oh, I'm taking that's canon in my head now. Like just at the very end of the last episode of Zyuogher, Kiba's just gonna wake up in the hospital.
And that's why he's a horse. He's the horse Zoomin. Oh.
Wow.
Oh. It's just a remold of Giraffe, though. Like Cube Panda. Oh. I needed that so much.
Wow, I did not expect that.
Literally, I was like, okay, that he was in a car crash. Okay, yeah, I'm following along, and then it's like, he was in a coma for you, and I was like, and then it just went downhill from there. Downhill into a few trees, probably launched out the window. Eagle Man saves you. We really have to have people watch this episode.
Yeah. I need to actually get this one up on time. But yeah.
I'm so glad you guys had me watch Fies now.
We need to do that retrospective eventually.
Yeah, we need to do that. But anyway, so...
I'm still wiping my eyes.
So, with the Zyuogher talk out of the way, small side topic of sorts. Recently there was an article that came out about the Power Rangers movie and how they want to make 7 of these things?
What?
Yeah.
I did not hear about this.
Equals.
Yeah, apparently someone at Lionsgate, I believe that's who it was, I'm not entirely sure, I'm just running off memory, so I may be wrong, but there was an article where someone who is attached to the movie said that they want to try and make at least 7 of these.
Oh. Well, the first one, they're going to have dinosaurs, the next one's going to be
I mean, a trilogy I can get, but 7? That's pushing it over...
Well, I mean, I can tell you exactly how each one's going to go. The first one, they're going to have dinosaurs. Next one, they're going to have shapes. Then cars.
Yeah. Well,
spaceships.
Shit, you're right, because... Oh god, they could just... Yeah, that's all of them up to in space, and then just an extra movie to do whatever.
Well, that's if they...
But if they do follow the scenes, like, they could... I guess they could also give their own movie to the Alien Rangers if they wanted to.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's what do you guys think they would actually put in 7 movies worth of stuff? I mean, obviously our first one's going to be the establishing movie, so we're going to meet the team, we're going to meet the Zords probably, our villains, and whatever else. Yep. And then it's how would they go from there? Would they?
Yeah, I mean, I could see them doing a trilogy, but
yeah,
7 movies. That is some lofty goals right there.
I feel like the reason we're getting 7 is because it's going to be the first trilogy, the second trilogy of a different team, and then the 7th movie is their big super crossover.
Yeah.
Let me just double check.
Hitting
the Googles. Crossovers. Let's see here. Lionsgate could make up to 7 more Power Rangers movies. Lionsgate CEO John Feltheimer.
7 more, so that means there's going to be 8.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Lionsgate CEO John Feltheimer said the studio may make as many as 7 more Power Rangers movies.
Oh, dear God.
Underlying the company's bullishness over the upcoming film. We were really, really excited, he said, during a conference call. We could see doing 5 or 6 or 7, so...
But, in general, could you imagine how amazing Forever Red would have been if it was, a movie?
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah, it was... They wanted to make it a 2-parter, but Disney wouldn't let them, so...
Well, yeah, because Disney's dicks.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So 7 movies.
Oh, just God.
How would they fill that?
I don't know.
Cause, I could see a trilogy with this team, and then the question is, for the next trilogy, would they keep the team and just change up their power set, or what would they do? That's what I would love to think. Is what exactly would they do to fill that out?
Oh, they'll probably do what they did with the Transformers. It's here's the characters. Next movie, for some reason, they look different.
They just turn Zordon into a psychopath that rips people's faces off.
Well, no, not even that. Just it'd be not like that, but I mean how the characters look. It's here's the suits. Now they look a little different in the next movie, and a little different in the next movie, to the point where in the final movie they look nothing alike. And thus we get Zeo.
All right, let's try to actually
that'd be kind of cool to think of it like that. They're slowly getting their suits upgraded to the Zeo suits.
All right, let's just try and think of plot out how they would do villains using what's been established from Ranger series. How would they do the villain hierarchy? I mean, obviously we're getting Rita for the first episode or first movie. Would they do more Rita for the next one, or would they switch it to Lord Zed?
Yeah, they'd probably introduce Zed.
I think it might be like this. The first movie's gonna be Rita as the big bad. The next movie, Rita's gonna be more like a side character / leading the charge, and our quote-unquote big bad would be Goldar. Then, because Goldar fucks up, because it's Goldar, we get Zed. And then Zed's the big bad for the trilogy. And then when that trilogy's over, it's because, I don't know, maybe Zed murders Morphing Grid or some type of bullshit like that. And with the last ounce of their morphing ability left, the Power Rangers defeated Lord Zed and his hierarchy. Hopefully, blah, 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 justice will reign, peace on earth, blah, 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 season end. Power Rangers.
I'll say, if they actually use the Machine Empire as any part of the movie saga, that would be cool to see, just to see how they redesign them.
They'd probably, if they did use them, it would probably be the second trilogy.
Most likely.
Yeah, with the Machine Empire, I could really see them looking like the Transformers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be an interesting design choice for them.
More than meets the wallet.
Stealing all your cash.
Too many fucking repaints.
Yeah, I just saw that and it's like, 7 movies, really? Just, wow.
I think that means they're hoping they can do 7 movies. I don't know if they'll actually be able to make it that far. It all depends on how well this does.
Yeah.
Look at Disney. They're cranking out movies that are bad like every 5 minutes. Part 3, go!
Have they actually announced Cars 3?
Yep.
Next year. Gosh.
Yeah, after Cars 2 was very, very, very totally horrible.
Look on the bright side, at least in Incredibles 2 comes out the year after that.
And yeah, at least we're getting Incredibles 2, but I heard they might make a Toy Story 4.
Well, yeah, that's already been confirmed. That was confirmed. That was actually confirmed like a year and a half ago or something.
What more can those toys go through?
I don't know.
Let me rephrase that. What more can those toys go through that little kids can see?
I don't know, but they're making more movies, and it's going to be probably following their new owner, because, that's how they did the first trilogy. It's like you saw Andy as a little kid in the first one, slightly older in the second one, and college students in the last one, and they're probably going to do something similar with this new kid.
But I mean, really, all their more or less big plot avenues they've gone through, because even with their little side story things, they've done them.
Yeah, I don't know. Now all I'm thinking is that thing I keep seeing all over social media. I think it's like either on Tumblr or Facebook, where it's like that one thing where someone says, if a toy in Toy Story died, the kid would never know, and all the rest of the toys just have to sit there watching the kid play with the corpse.
You see, what if that's why your toys go missing? It's it's the other toys giving it like a funeral or something like that, and wow, we are way off fucking topic. Or even worse, does that mean that the Toy Story toys are immortal? And that the ones that are broken and sitting in dumps are just sitting there in dumps for the rest of their lives? Because they're more or less really immortal?
I was watching Toy Story 2 last night. So
Man, we really got on a fucking tangent.
Yeah.
I know, we were talking about Power Rangers movies, and then we got onto Toy Story somehow, and just...
Because I mentioned Disney and how they were making 1 million Cars movies.
Well, they've made 2 ones with actually named Cars, and then you have the offshoot, the Planes franchise, which I think is
God, I forgot about
2
that
movies.
Thing.
So that's 3 already, and then we're getting Cars 3, and we'll probably get Planes 2, Or maybe we'll get...
No, they've done 2 plane movies. They did Planes 1, and then they did Planes, Fire, and Rescue.
Okay, so that's 5 right there. Next thing you know, we're going to get boats.
Well, they did have a scene in Planes where
we need one for trains. So we can have planes, trains, and automobiles.
God damn it.
Thinking that. We are so off topic.
That's Biff.
That's just the show. Let's be honest. We're always doing that.
I don't even know why we bother having a topic.
It's just like, it'll be cars, planes, boats, trains, and then the hit sequel to all of those movies, Subway cars. Subway cars.
Oh my gosh, but
no. Snow lifts. It's just like a small short in front of one of the movies where it's 2 snow lifts trying to get a conversation and they keep passing each other on the lift.
I'd honestly watch that. That sounds kind of funny.
It does, actually. But yeah, so I think the only other thing I've seen recently from movie stuff for Power Rangers was like they're starting to see spy shots of the Red Ranger battlesuit.
Oh yeah.
I could care less about the spy shots at the moment because it's like, let them film the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually don't care about spy shots because they're always shit.
Yeah, I know.
They give you a good look at anything.
But I mean, like, the whole thing about spy shots being a thing is so bad that that's literally one of the things they have in the background of Chroma Squad is every level has a person trying to take the snapshots or whatever.
See, I would have loved if they had actually put a subplot in that game involving catching the paparazzi.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, well, they haven't updated that game in months.
They have, yeah, in the last update they got rid of the Haim Saban joke.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It's even worse because I think he gets royalties for that game now too.
Well, they forced him to put the inspired by Saban's Power Rangers on the thing, so.
Yep.
Even though
it would have been better if it was like inspired by Kamen Rider.
That would be something.
Well, if it was inspired by anyone, it was Ishinomori.
Yeah. But it's not Ishinomori who put a copyrights lawsuit on him.
It wasn't Ishinomori who sued them, mostly because he's dead.
It was Saban who did it.
Yeah.
Even then, I think he'd probably be cool. Ishinomori probably wouldn't care.
Probably not.
Yeah, no, just as long as his people can kick and his monsters can explode. And his monsters can fizzle away. And as long as at least one Skullman reference.
They didn't start exploding until Nego showed up.
Yeah.
Because they were like, this isn't working, I know. The Shocker was like, this isn't working, I know. Even if the Kamen Rider defeats our monster, it'll still blow up and kill him. That was literally the in-show reason of why the monsters exploded.
Well, Japan and their kamikazes.
Ganmakazis. Bringing it back around.
Indeed, yes. And on that terrible note, unless we can somehow
horrible thing.
Unless we can somehow find something else to shove into this episode, I think we're done. Oh, what a note to go out on. So yeah, that's just so bad. I'm just like, it's giving me.
That was so tasteless. We don't even know what to say.
I know, right? I'm trying to close the show, and I'm just sitting here flabbergasted. It's like, did that really just happen?
Man, somewhere in the world, Takeru's acting just got better.
Yeah, sure.
Nah, it's still horrible.
I was gonna say, Takeru's acting will get better the day Toei actually gives a crap about female Kamen Riders.
Or the day Toei gives a crap about American fans.
That too.
No. Oh, that is something we can mention. Kamen Rider Amazons, a show we need to talk about eventually.
Oh yeah,
we're just going to be doing a.
Yeah, we're probably just going to do the whole series once it's done. It's getting a second season, and there's a chance it'll be distributed in America.
That would be cool.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be the first Kamen Rider series to be officially distributed, which is really good because it could pave the way for us actually getting like Shout Factory-esque DVD sets of old series, which would be amazing.
Yeah, since Shout Factory's in Toei's pocket right now.
Yeah.
Or the other way around, Shout Factory has Toei in their pocket, whichever it is. Someone is in someone's pocket.
Yeah, I just want can I just get a full box set of just Kuga and or O's? You can just, I don't care as long as I can get one of those two.
Could you imagine if we did get Kamen Rider, all the Kamen Rider brand stuff we could have had?
Yeah.
Fury O's.
God damn it.
It's just Fruit Loops, but with the O's with O's on the front of it.
I mean, if we do get Amazons in America and it sells well, and that might mean Shout Factory could start making DVDs, and that could lead to Saban deciding to adapt Kamen Rider series.
Yeah, but
which then
of course that's a lot of ifs, but it's still a possibility.
At this point, I will settle for just, if it sells well enough to get DVD sales, just give us DVDs for O's and Gaim.
Yeah.
Those are two on the top that I would want to have as DVDs in my collection. Yeah. O's, Gaim, and Kiva, since Kiva was one of my favorites. Or
also,
still is, technically.
I just want Kuga, because I'm not paying $500 for those Blu-rays that I can't even understand.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Why are Blu-rays so expensive in Japan? What the hell?
I don't know. That's nuts. I mean, how much do Blu-rays typically go for around here? Because I don't really shop for Blu-rays.
A Blu-ray movie is usually around, I think, $60. And that's only, and each of those is only, 15 episodes, which is, I guess, about the length of a movie, give or take.
Well, 15, and then you have, 20 minutes. So...
Yeah, that'd be about 2 movies, but, yeah, it's, $160 or something.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I know obviously international exchange and all that, and then shipping fees and all that. But still,
we went from closing the podcast to talking about the economics of Blu-ray sales.
Yeah. Since we are bringing,
we can't even close the podcast without going off topic.
But there is one more thing I just remembered I saw recently. They're making a Takashi Hongo figure art, and not Ichigo.
Oh yeah, the actual guy.
Yeah. Hopefully that means they'll make an actual renewal Ichigo.
Hopefully that means in 20 years we'll get Gaim figure arts. Or no, my bad. In 45 years we'll get Gaim figure arts.
We'll be so old by then we won't care anymore.
You won't.
I just can't wait for 35 years from now when we get the full-length Kamen Rider Aqua series.
I can see it now. 45 years from now. Hey, did you hear the Gaim out of suit figure art came out? Really? Yeah. Damn, I can't wait till they do Kiva finally. I love that big suit.
The never-ending joke of Kiva figure arts.
Don't worry, guys. Saga will come out eventually. Eventually.
You could pretty much make it...
No. They'll all be out. We'll just be still waiting for Kiva and all the other base forms for Kiva.
You could literally turn it into a game. It's like, what will come out first? Half-Life 3 or Kiva figure arts?
I remember back in 2009 or 10 at one of the Tamashii trade shows, they showed a figure art for it was Saga, and I think one of the G3 suits. Neither of them have been seen since.
That's just weird.
Why do you do that? There's a G3 figure.
Oh yeah, it was G3 mild.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say there's a G3, and I think there's a G3X.
Yeah, it was G3 mild, which was the mass-produced suit that they only ever kind of it was basically the mass-produced mock, where it was supposed to be mass-produced, but they only ever made one suit.
Yeah.
because it was like 40 episodes into the show, and by the time they were able to mass produce them, they had already won.
Well, damn. At least we have them ready in case something else ever happens, and never use them again.
Yep.
Yeah, but, Agito was amazing. Stop motion. That's the only thing I will give Agito in credit besides the fact that it's a really old Kamen Rider shows that the stop motion moderately holds up.
I have not seen Agito. That's one of the few that I have not dived into.
Granted, there's a few scenes where I can clearly go, that's stop motion. But it's not blatantly everywhere. Granted, I've only seen like the first few episodes, and good God, there's a lot of stop motion, but because the main villains are like these cat things, and they're 100% CGI or 100% stop motion. So every fight with Agito versus them is stop motion. At least in the first few episodes that I've seen.
That's an interesting way to do things.
Yeah. And I think there's a new Kuga figure that just came out recently.
Oh God, fuck! I forgot. Guys, don't you love Super Rising Ultimate? Because Kuga just needed to be stronger.
Isn't that in the what's SIC line?
Yeah. They just like Rising Ultimate wasn't stupid enough. We got to make a form that's even stupider.
I don't even see how you could add on to Rising Ultimate.
They just made him even more gold.
No, not enough gold. More gold.
Super Evolution.
And I think the most annoying thing is that they didn't call it Amazing Ultimate. They just called it Super Rising Ultimate, and I'm like, that's like the dumbest name I've ever heard.
Well, to be fair, Toei is not exactly the best with names.
Yeah, let's call this Infinity. What about this one? This one's also Infinity. We'll use the Japanese word for Infinity.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can have a contest next week to see which Infinity was better looking.
Wizard. I'm sorry.
Wizard. No contest.
Yeah.
That horn is horrible.
I mean, I have a freaking wizard keychain sitting around here somewhere, and it's Wizard Infinity, so... Wizard Infinity wins.
So, out of all of the quote-unquote Heisei riders, how many of them final forms were white? Wizard, Gaim, Ghost so far.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Wizards wasn't really white. It was blue with silver.
It was diamonds.
It was very bright, I will admit, but it was still silver, and it was blue. Yeah,
there haven't been any white final forms. They've all been either... Like, the ones you're mentioning are either silver or crystalline, sort of.
Okay, yeah.
I think the only final form I can think of off the top of my head that had any major amount of white in it would have been Double Extreme.
Yeah.
Because it was just white down in the center.
Yeah.
Even then, that's like silver.
No, not really. It was more white. It's just you have all the black and green on the sides.
Yeah.
Because it's double split open and suddenly a lot bulkier. I always thought that was an interesting design choice. It's like, oh, we're going to rip our body in half, and suddenly we're a lot bulkier.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah, for some reason they were able to rip their bodies in half. They were able to rip the double body in half, and not just have the center just be a giant empty space void of anything, because the halves of the face would be on the sides. It looked like a goddamn hammerhead shark.
I'm just sad they never took the opportunity to have different variations of the Extreme.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot more suits that they had to make, obviously, but still, that would have been cool.
I mean, that sounds amazing, and I would love to see, like, SIC or someone do that. Like, Heat Metal or Luna Trigger Extreme.
Yeah, either do it with the main, like the big base forms, or you could have like a mix and match figure. So you have like Heat Trigger Extreme or whatever.
Fang Trigger Extreme.
Oh my gosh, Extreme mixed with the fangs. Holy crap!
Or no, even better, just Fang Trigger.
Yeah, they never did.
He shoots cactuses.
Yeah.
It's just when Chase puts Funky Spike in the brake gunner. You just shoot cactuses.
I think I actually saw some fan art for Fang Trigger. It was basically just the trigger magnum with a huge fang bayonet.
I could see that.
I could see that.
And Fang Metal just had a scythe.
I would love to see what the bullets from the trigger magnum look like without any other augmentation.
Yeah.
Considering they're always augmented somehow. With like Cyclone, they're wind blast, Heat, they're fire shots, and Luna, they're basically magic missiles. They will not miss.
Makes you wonder why they ever used any other. Why would they would ever use any other form?
When they have, right?
When they have a gun that literally can't miss.
I always made the joke of who's more of a cheating at shooting, Double with Luna Trigger or Wizard with its homing silver bullets.
Oh yeah.
Because those
or
things
Kabuto, who could literally clock up the lineup to shot perfectly.
Well, let's be honest. Kabuto is just the overpowered. He would murder the entire Rider universe by himself.
Well, as long as we're not counting Decade.
Yeah, that's true. Because he would do it too.
Or if you want to count Poda after eating the golden fruit, because he was literally a god. But even then, he could be killed, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, and MacGuffin Ex Machina himself into a Lockseed.
Yep.
I'm just pretty sure all Kabuto would have to do is just somehow catch everyone while they're still on Henshin and just go stab, stab, stab.
Yeah.
He could move fast enough to do it.
He could just travel through time and prevent them from existing.
He could do one better. He could travel through time and essentially just rule the planet with an iron fist.
No, do you want to know what he could literally do? He could go back in time and keep all of the riders from getting their powers.
He could steal the powers for himself. Now this is just a tangent of us saying Kabuto's the best rider because this.
Well, he's not the best rider. He's just the most broken rider.
Well, yeah.
We need to do a Kabuto episode at some point, either retro or something goofy where we watch the Kabuto English dub.
Why not both?
Because
oh gosh!
Because Kuga might be stronger, but Kabuto's strongest.
God damn it!
Oh my gosh. That's like the greatest idea ever. We'll just do the Kabuto retrospective using the English dub.
Or it was stronger. Or it was strongest.
And I tip my hat. Goodbye.
On that note, we're done. Yeah. I think we're done. For real this time.
We found a way to stretch this to over an hour.
Oh, we were over an hour 25 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were over an hour when you started making the car thing. Because I was laughing for a good 10-20 minutes.
But yeah. On that note, we're done for the night. So thank you for listening. And as usual, our links and stuff are in descriptions and whatever. I haven't plugged those in a while, so we will see you guys next time for whatever the hell it is we do.
Yeah, because we don't really have a.
We try to have a schedule, and then we always flub on it because of one reason or another.
Yeah.
But we might be looking to the past as we head towards the future next week. If you don't get that reference, I hate you.
Yeah, so...
Physically, I would hate you if you don't get that reference.
But yes. On that note, goodbye and see you next time.
Oyazumi.